bars. But starting in about 2010, we've been growing jobs. And indeed, the job growth has been looking a bit better. If we look at the January jobs figure, it was nearly 250,000. That's a pretty good number, but perhaps as impressive as that 1 month was, is the string of months. If we roll the clock back about 5 months now, we see we've been averaging about 200,000 jobs a month over that period. So not only are we starting to see some strength in the jobs market, but we're seeing some durability in jobs creation as well. And this probably suggests that we are going to see household spending hold up fairly well in 2012. In addition, if you have a job, you then turn your attention to how fast is my income going to grow? We know that incomes have been growing very sluggishly, even with this job creation beginning to pick up. And what this chart shows is the percentage change in real personal income. That's the dark line. And again, as with jobs, you see that incomes were growing, and growing at a pretty good pace by historic standards in the middle part of the decade when growth was fairly robust. But incomes went negative during the recession. All those job losses were certainly a big factor. But then it's rebounded more recently fairly strongly initially in this recovery, but it's weakened somewhat since. You'll see that income, the dark line, goes up and then comes off a bit. Now, this means that we are still seeing income growth, but that growth isn't quite as strong as it had been. The little red dotted line here is personal consumption expenditures. That's that household spending that I told you is so important. And you'll note that it pretty much tracks the income rather well. But there is a dramatic episode I want to point out. During the recession, when the dark line, those incomes are contracting or shrinking at a very, very rapid rate, so too initially is consumption. Household income prospects are weakening, they're pulling back on consumption, pattern we typically see. But note that in the middle of that period of contraction in income, when it's the darkest days of the recession, a curious thing happens to consumption. It begins to turn up in the middle of that episode. And that would seem on the face of it quite unusual, but it's not. We've seen this before. Households are inherently forward-looking. During this period, they thought, as bad as things were currently, conditions were going to get better. They started spending as if that were the case. And indeed, you'll note 6 months later, incomes, while still negative, at least start turning north rather rapidly. So we see currently that both income and spending both progressing at a fairly tepid rate, a bit less than 2%. This too suggests modest growth in that all